What's up, guys? Today we're watching Attack on Titan's official trailer 2 for the final episode. I'm tired of calling it whatever it's called. We're just going to call it the final episode, which is what it should have been called. Whatever. The final episode of Attack on Titan, which is coming out, for you guys who don't know, is coming out November 4th. And if you don't know, we're going to be doing a stream where we watch all the episodes of Attack on Titan, the marathon, starting on October 21st. So come through and enjoy Attack on Titan with us. And on November 4th, I'm going to be watching Attack on Titan before anyone else in the world is going to be able to watch it, other than in Japan. So definitely come check my stream out if you want to watch the episode early. Now, this trailer, I never seen it, but it's only 30 seconds long. I haven't seen it, but I have heard the one line change that the trailer is going to have. There's a line in this trailer that is not in any of the original content for Attack on Titan in the manga. A lot of people think that that's leading towards an anime original ending. I do not. I think that it has absolutely nothing to do with the anime original ending. More so, it has to do with trying to make 139 less shit. And I'm going to go into it in greater detail why this line may very well be the worst line in Attack on Titan. Might be the worst. I still think genocide is wrong. Might still be a little bit worse. This is definitely at least second, though. But let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, I need the subtitles on. I don't know. I can't speak Japanese, guys. Oh, they're unavailable. Fuck. Did I pick the wrong one? Jesus. Just need one where it's available. I mean, this is the original. This is it. Where's the fucking subtitles? Maybe this one? Okay, there we go. Dog shit, by the way. Okay. Looks pretty faithfully adapted so far. That's it? What was the point? I guess to show an announcement, but like, all right, let's go through this. I mean, I don't know what this is supposed to be. This isn't Titan Eren, is it? Is this Titan Eren? Is this 138 transformed Titan Eren? I think it is, isn't it? Because that doesn't look like... Let me see. That doesn't look like this Eren. That's still the skeleton? I don't know. It's so hard to... Yeah, it's still the skeleton. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well... I mean, I don't know what the fuck else. There really ain't shit else. No wonder everyone's talking about that line. There ain't shit else to talk about. Well, I'll just go into my rant then. So this line is just as you said, I'm a slave of freedom. This line is horrific. It's horrific, first of all, because it just objectively does not make sense at all. Because in the episode that Eren is responding to, so Attack on Titan 110, it's when Eren and Armin fight. Or when Armin gets his ass beat by Eren. Justifiably, by the way, because Armin swung first. Anyways. So, I guess this is the English dub. We don't want to do that. They probably changed something. Let's do the sub. Okay. What the fuck is this? There it is. You're the real slave and your master's a piece of shit. Who are you calling a slave? Okay. And then in this, he goes, it's just as you said, I'm a slave of freedom. So ever since that episode and now this episode, Eren has gotten so convinced with the idea that he's a slave that it's just like, yeah, you're right, Armin. Before, just someone calling him a slave was so out of the realm of possibility that it pissed him off. But now it's like, yeah, you might be right. I might be a slave, but not a slave in the traditional sense. I'm a mental slave. So if we go back to the Sash logic, if you don't know, Sash and invaders are two major Attack on Titan theorists who have spread about the idea that Eren is a slave, a mental slave of freedom. Like, as in, he will do whatever it takes to be free, regardless of what that means, what the consequences of that may be. I've always disagreed with this logic because Eren wouldn't have to go to the extents that he went to if he was not put in the position he was put in. If he was not put in the position he was put in by the people who want to perpetrate and kill him. If it were not for those people, Eren would not be in this position. So this does not make you a slave. A slave, by definition, means you have no choice. But Eren had a choice. Eren had many choices. Slave means that you have absolutely no choice whatsoever. You have to do this no matter if you want to do it or not. That's the implication. And when you say that about someone's mentality, that means that they aren't even making their own decisions. They have no choice but to make those decisions. But Eren chose every decision that he made. And this line basically just goes to say, like, all right, guys, we know you hated 139, but it makes sense because he's a slave to freedom, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, who cares if he didn't plan anything out? Who cares if his plan made no sense? Who cares if everything that happened meant nothing? He's a slave to freedom. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, if you're a slave to freedom, then why did you stop at 80%? Well, you see, my friends, I want them to be alive. But I thought you said you're a slave. Doesn't that mean you don't have a choice? So that means you're going to continue to 100% whether you want to or not because you're a slave, right? No. See, no. I'm not a slave then. And that time I wasn't a slave. And that time when I planned for them to become heroes, way back in chapter 112, which is canon in the content of 139. I planned it all the way back in 112. At least it could have been before then for them to become heroes. I wasn't a slave then. I'm just a slave now because it's convenient for the plot, because that's how Isayama can write himself out of this shithole that he wrote himself in. And I said when I first saw this line, it's tactical genius because you can't please both sides, which is what Isayama tried to do with the extra pages. I'm glad he learned from that, at least. He tried to please both sides. That shit didn't work. So now he's like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to please the side that I've already committed to. I can't go back and delete the chapter, so I have to commit to what I've made. So I'm going to try to justify what I've made by writing this dog shit line, which is pretty much, it's just gaslighting. It's just gaslighting. It's just straight up like, I hope you don't remember the story, because if you think about it for 5 seconds, this shit don't make sense. But if you don't think about it, and if you haven't watched this shit in years, which probably 99% of people watching this have fucking forgot, the last time they saw Attack on Titan Season 1 was fucking 5 or 6 years ago. They don't fucking remember. Probably longer than that. They don't remember what the fuck happened. So, all right, whatever. Whatever the fuck the writer's saying, it must be true. All right, Eren's a slave to freedom. That makes sense. And go with it. It's smart. It's tactical genius. But when it comes to a writing standpoint, and when people start to look at the story from the entirety, because that always happens. No matter what you do, you can put as much shock value, you can put as much flashing lights in front of our faces as you want to that distract us from the truth. But when we sit down and the hype settles down and we look and read this shit and the collective sees that this shit don't make sense, it always come back that this shit don't make sense. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter what story it is. And if it makes sense, it'll always make sense. There's never going to be some guy that's just going to pop up and show everyone that it doesn't make sense. It always will make sense. Always. Attack on Titan will never make sense. No matter how many dog shit lines Isayama puts in this dog shit finale, it's still going to be dog shit. 139 is going to be dog shit. 138 is going to be dog shit. 137 is going to be dog shit. 136 is going to be dog shit. 135 is going to be dog shit. 134, kind of dog shit. 133, it's all right. 132, dog shit. 131, all right. 130, all right. 129, dog shit. 128, dog shit. 127, dog shit. 126, dog shit. 125, dog shit. 124, dog shit. There'll always be dog shit. And none of these words aligns. None of this shit is not going to change it. It's still going to go down in dog shit. Attack on Titan is still going to go down as a poorly written story. Nice try, though. Very nice try. I see it. A for effort. But what's the number one thing I want to say from this is the first time where a manga ending is better than the anime ending before the anime even come out. And the manga ending is better. The anime ending is worse. This one line is worse. How did you do that? I was expecting improvements. Silly me, you made it worse. Oh, I can't wait. November 4th is going to be amazing, guys. November 4th. It can't get here sooner. It can't get here sooner. Great, my camera went off. All right, that's a sign for me to shut up. AOE's not happening, by the way. Peace.